When you make a game that's all about kicking, there needs to be something fun to back it up. Angerfist does this well, at least for now. You will be in a shell in the game. This is a city, someone who needs someone to stand up and literally put a boot in the bad people's face. You'll travel all over the city kicking in doors and people's faces for a unique way to save the day. There's a lot more to this game than you might think, and gunplay seems to play a role too. In Plan 8, you're not just playing an FPS, you're playing a first-person shooter with the scaling of an MMO. The title will put you in an exosuit and send you out on a mission to find someone named KB. But you're not the only one searching for them. You'll have to fight for your life across a world full of dangers, both familiar and not. As you might expect, the exosuit your character wears holds great power. So don't be afraid to test it out to see what you can do. Stalker 2 Heart of Chornobyl was planned to be released this year, but due to some influential and serious real-world events in Ukraine, where the game is set, the developers decided to postpone the game to 2024. Regardless, in Stalker 2 Heart of Chornobyl, you'll play as a brand new Stalker in the freshly destroyed exclusion zone. You'll have to move throughout the area, and get both supplies and weapons in order to survive. With a lot of dangers to survive and a non-linear story, you're going to have your hands full.
Here's your bolt.
Why the hell would I need a bolt?
Take a look around.
Crap.
Door! Open the door!
Next up, we're going to something with zombies, or at the very least zombie-like monsters, via John Carpenter's Toxic Commando. While not a direct adaptation of the movie, the original, or the remake version, the game will still have you tangling with the sludge god and his minions. In this case, you'll team up with friends to handle the threats that have emerged from the Earth's core and attempt to return them from whence they came. The challenges will be fierce, so you'll need to constantly upgrade your weapons and abilities to take on the threats. Unrecorded is a fascinating and story-driven FPS that has you taking the perspective of an officer through his body cam. The game will change its narrative based on how you handle each case. You'll be given decisions on what to do, and you must react quickly to see how things progress. As you do, the game will unveil new twists, characters, and options. What kind of officer will you be by the end? Turn on your camera and find out. There are some days when you just want to do the job and move on. But sometimes, the job throws something at you that you can't expect, leading you to learn that the job isn't what it was supposed to be. In NEO Berlin 2087, you'll play a detective who is trying to find the killer of his chief. There are multiple problems with that plan though. First, the only clue is the chief's daughter, and she's missing. Second, when you do find her, you'll discover a vast conspiracy trying to take you two out, and finally, the city itself isn't safe, and you'll need to work your way through and outside it just to stay alive. In Luna Abyss, players take the role of a simple prisoner that gets tasked with a burdensome task. You must venture into the depths of a moon where a colony was long lost. The goal is straightforward, you're to head in and gather information to bring back. However, something sinister lurks here, and you'll soon be on the receiving end of a hostile alien force. Fortunately, Luna Ice won't be a mindless FPS, as the developers have a narrative-driven campaign where you'll uncover the secrets of the colony and its horrifying downfall. I.G.I. Origins will be putting players back into the 1980s. The Cold War continues to brew, and to keep from a devastating worldwide conflict, special agents are tasked to take care of the dirty work. Within this campaign, we know players are taking the role of a former SAS soldier that was picked up by M16. Your new gig is covert operations, with the protagonist taking out high-profile targets. Venture around the world and decide the best means of eliminating these individuals. With a vast arsenal collection, it's up to you to deal with any situation that might pop up. Meanwhile, the footage released so far looks like players can deal with a mission through stealth and espionage or guns blazing. While we've shown you lots of fantastical and even comedic shooters, it should be noted that some try and play by the rules of the real world more times than not. Many people love that because it makes them feel like real soldiers and operators. Delta Force Hawk Ops is one such game that will let players get out onto the battlefield with friends and allies to take on dangerous forces. The game is available for sign up now, and when it drops, you'll have numerous options and missions to participate in. Besides squad combat, you can get into vehicles and blow stuff up. In Clockwork Revolution, you play someone who has found a time machine. But after using it, you realize something very important. Specifically, your home of Avalon was shaped entirely by going back in time and screwing with events. As a result, you will go back in time to those events and change things. But, as all time travel fans know, once you alter something in the past, the future changes with it. You'll watch after each journey, as your home and relationships change.